Hello guys and welcome back to game number 2 in this good matchup here. Nexzil versus All In on the NSL Season 2 Week 1 matchup of the first division of the North American League. And we now see All In is spawning as Marine in flight control in the west and the aliens in datacon right. You see a 3-2 split, having one to check crossroads, one south, and the main split here, the main force of Nexzil is going through Atrium, which is a little bit weird, but they just want to go one group of the cap, or want to make sure one capping side is down. On the other hand, 2-1-1 split, one building the base for All In, and poor Juber, he will face 3 skulks, which should go really soonish, didn't he? Now they're going for the big ambush. Will he take down one of the skulks? No, he will not. So good job here by Nexzil taking the first capper down. The 2 Marines here, Cold and ATHD. Sorry for the minimap, I have to stop using that so much. Now in Crossroads, they will face some of the skulks, as you can see. 4 skulks and Nexzil going for big ambush here. Setting up 3, the same situation like All In, but they are going in, just taking the chance, not waiting too long. And, well, actually took it down. 3 versus 2. 2 skulks still alive, so good job by Nexzil having the first engagements won, really helping them out a lot. For the strategy they're using, they're going by 1 RT Ragnico, no Gorge whatsoever, so more P-Res later on for Fates and Lurks, whatever they want to use. And on the minimap you see also the Crack Hive just has been started. Standard strategy so far in the current state of the current metagame of the game NS2, where we see 1 RT, then carapace as fast as you can. So that's a standard opening, just playing by the book. If you don't know what you shall do, just copy that for the start, if you figure out more interesting ones. See, Crossroads on attack. Oh, and I just missed this engagement and ventilation. Nice job, the commander. Also micromanaging the Drifter, who is locked here, also commanding the Marine side. Of course, also commander for the Alien side of Nexzil. Good respawning going on here. Our line is chewing down Complab, while Blinky Glissy will force down Sub pretty much fast. And will our line make it? 19 to 17, 15% on this extractor. 10, 9, come on, Skiz, take him! Oh my god, our line takes it down. Nice job, the best he could do in this situation. Now big engagement in Glass Hallway, and there's where the Gorge is. So, okay, it's just the commander, sorry about that. So no extra Gorge, the commander's almost in every game so far. Gorge, which makes the most sense. He can clog up the base, he can hydra up somewhere, and he doesn't need to be the super field marine field skulk in the game, because he's spending a lot of time in the hive as well. So now more respawning coming up by Nexzil. Look at that, only 3 active, make it 2 active extractors for... Oh my god! No, they completely missed the timing. Look at that, R-line. Someone dies to the mine and Buddy jumps out a little bit too early. This extractor to 2%. This is incredible how they saved that one. There was a big portion of luck involved here for All In. Some minor mistake by Nexzil, but a pretty annoying one, because that will generate more resources unless, well, our line finished the job now. Now 3 Marines here pushing Record. This is a big engagement. I'm not sure if Nexzil can really go for that, especially only 3 skulks. And here we go, they picked a nice timing where all the Marines are shooting the Harvester and the Marines are not going for the skulks instantly. Nice shooting here by Jubir, but in the end he gets taken out, the Harvester instantly redrop. And I think All In could have handled this better if they would just basically wait for the skulks, take down the skulks and then finish off the job. Or just 1 Marine shoot some bullets into the Harvester and just spare the other bullets for the big engagement. Because 3 versus 3, on book, on paper, the Marines should win this engagement, especially with the support of the commander by Mad Packs. So, All In now spreading out, trying to get the resources back. Crossroads, Crevice, sub-access. Here's an important fight here. Blink, he gets the kill versus Yoshi. So 1 extractor is denied instantly. Also, the guys can work on Complab if they want to. And looks like Nexzil is winning a lot of those engagements here all over the map, and All In getting in a tough spot. I mean, they still have 4 extractors, but you can see only mines upgraded so far. Do they have an arm slab? Quick check. No, 2 IPs, no arm slab. That's because they had to spend so many resources on rebuilding those extractors. They lost 5 in total, which means 50 resources to rebuild those. 50 resources, that's, well, basically your arm slab and 2 upgrades. Or almost. So, Skiz ADHD now holding Crossroads, not pushing anywhere. Bitey Garfi holding alone. Bitey going in alone versus 2 Marines. Just tanking a little bit bullets, but at least they are buying time. They're waiting for the lurk, and here comes the lurk. The first lurk, I would say, because usually I see Nexzil going by a double lurk strategy like All In did last game. That's what I faced them the most when I was playing Nexzil myself. So, well, Bitey is lurking at this very moment. And no aliens here to defend ventilation. A little bit weird situation, actually. But it's still fine. They're sitting on 3 extractors, 3 harvesters. They do have a second hive. Just dropped on the way, which is Atrium. You can see here on top. So in a kind of good situation. I think All In what I can do is kind of keep up the steady game, trying to play solid or go for this big commitment into a push towards Atrium. But I have to choose pretty much soon. If you want to go for this big push, shotguns and welders help a lot out. I mean, welders help much more if you have armor 1. The problem for All In is they are in a pretty tough situation here on economy, because they lost so many RTs. They are almost forced to take down Atrium to come back into this game. And looking at that, we have 36 resources. I mean, 2 fates will pop up in 3 to 4 minutes. Probably 4 minutes. Yeah, let's make that after the 10-minute mark, and those fates will probably pop. 2 shotgunners now here, Cold and Juber, but this lurk Bitey can do a lot of damage here, force a lot of map packs. You can see the Marines are forced back into the corner to heal up, build up. They have a welder support with them. And Bitey by himself can just hold off the Marines while the hive's growing up. Also see him cracks behind Atrium. So I don't see the Marines really pushing in here. I think all they want to do right now is buy time. You see also only 2 Marines had been sent towards it. And no rest for med packs. Whoa, all the resources they have. 0 resources, the commander cannot met his shotgunners here. Being under crossfire by those lurks. And both shotgunners do go down. That is a really dire situation for All In. Really comes down to the early game, I guess, where they just couldn't keep up all the extractors. Losing those important engagements. So really amazing job on Nexzil. And, well, it's, again, Nexzil's game to lose for now. But everything can happen, so let's see what will happen. Cold Juber now walking to... Oh, Blissey camping on top. He has to watch out. Still almost full health here. Nice dodging so far, and both Marines do go down. Good engagement. And All In is still struggling for some... Well... Oh goodness, they don't even have an armor slab. Look at that, no armor slab built in base. So that means there will probably not even upgrades when the fates hit the field. Look at that, 42 resources here for Arline. He's probably the first fate in the field, or can be the first fate, possible. And the more resources they need for med packs, the less they have actually for the arm slab. Oh, now the two lurks plus a skulk are going in, forcing the commander sire even locking out of the chair, help defending the base, and Juber kills himself with the mine. We see also 2 Marines here pushing towards Data Core. I think the whole game I've never seen a 2-prone attack or a successful 2-prone attack by All In, although they have very enough targets to kill. And with all the resources Nexzil has, they started Evolve, they started Leap and Shift Hive. Not going for Silence, probably for celebrity Adrenaline. And I guess Adrenaline will be Nexzil's choice, just by the feel of it, by... Well, some of the games I've watched by them, I think many of the players prefer Adrenaline. It's a good upgrade. Celerity, also a good upgrade. I mean, you can actually upgrade both if you want to. And if you do have the resources. So 2 active harvesters plus 2 in a way, they will be in a spot to afford it. And they will have also more resource towers than the Marines do. And this is usually not a good sign for the Marines. So All In really has to come up with something to hopefully come back in this game. And the big part of that will be actually kill those 2 fates, which will come soon, Arline and Garfi. So it's only 2 fates because Nexzil spent a lot of resources on those Hydras, and of course the 2 lurks means 2 less fates. So All In is not completely out of this. They just need to kill life forms, which is easier to say of course than to accomplish, especially against those good players coming from the USA. and Team Nexzil, who also managed to get in the grand finals of the NSL Invitational Cup versus Arkia on April the 12th. Just a little note there for you guys. Oh, more shotgunners fall victim here to this nice pack play by Nexzil, going as a... When needed they go as a group, when not they just win their 1v1 engagements, so... Well, it's tough to say if Nexzil did everything right in this matchup. I think it's also pretty lucky for them that they win those kind of 1v1 engagements. If you have if you will field opponents there where those 1v1 engagements go towards the Marines, so most of the times. So you should not get overly greedy on that and just see that as the main strategy what you can do. So, the first phase are in the field, looking through the eyes of R-Line. You're working his way towards Crossroads. And he will face two Marines right now. Shotgunner is involved there. Nice shadow stepping so far by him. Buddy going on the armor of those two Marines. Looking at the minimap, something more interesting. Oh, there's a 3-man push towards ventilation. All Marines out of position. What the aliens can do right now, there is a good opening. You could just walk straight into the base, rush it, and win the game basically. So one Skulk already here, Blinky knows about it, only the commander is close to the base. The Marines are forced to come back from Crossroads through Complap. The Com locked outside, yeah, resupplied, and the Fates now on the tails of those Marines. So 3-man pressure here, ADHD, Joshi and Skizzy took down ventilation, but how to continue from here? The aliens are already forming up, grouping up. You see ADHD completely out of position by his teammates, and all Marines fall, dying alone. A horrible death. Everyone for himself, except, well, those two Marines were together here and went. But there's way too much alien stuff around, and a complete lack of upgrades. Marines sitting on 1-1, close to the 12-minute mark. I wouldn't consider that a good upgrade situation, but you saw why. That's because, well, economy is key to this game. Nexzil up. They will hit 6 extractors soon. Look at that, they even assisted up here to sub-axis. And my drawing doesn't work anymore. 5 Marines close to the base. They're pinned down to the Marine start, and, well, this is actually a good way to call the game usually. Because you see the Fates are out, the aliens have complete map control. We are not even close to phase game because I think... Oh, Glissy, what he did? Oh my god! He actually literally with like 5 HP escaped to that. ADHD completely missing most of his bullets there. And with all the Marines in the south completely out of position, 4 Marines. That is the perfect call here by Nexzil. Just screw those Marines, go into the base, there's not even the ops to beacon it. They can just instantly finish the game. If it weren't for all those mines, never mind. GG has been called, so Nexzil goes in the lead, 2-0, and this official week 1 match of the NA League Division 1. Nice job so far, and the next map will be NSL Tram. And we'll break link down or link up here in the video where the actually app on the right corner there's the link to game number 3. Be sure to watch that, so follow the blind out.